What is spirit? For some, it is the pulse of divinity, a whispered prayer in moments of stillness, a belief that something greater listens. For others, it is the awe of existence, the vastness of the cosmos, the dance of molecules, proof that wonder needs no name. Some find it in the rush of movement, the body pushed beyond its limits, the roar of triumph echoing within. For those who strive to mend the world, spirit rises in the call for justice, a refusal to accept what no longer serves. And where tradition runs deep, spirit becomes the strength to endure, a tether to the past, anchoring the soul. There are those who seek spirit in the hum of circuits, where lines of code breathe possibility. The question lingers, who dreams behind the machine? Others know spirit as the risk and the rush, a wager against fate, where even the loss proves they were alive. Music makers and dreamers hear spirit in vibration, a trembling string, a heartbeat in the drum, every note a fragment of the infinite. In the fire of discipline, spirit blazes, muscles strain, lungs burn, but something deeper pushes through. Some find it in defiance, the rebel's cry that shatters the silence, a spirit untamed, unwilling to bow. For the thinker, spirit dwells in the question, endless paths of thought and wonder, each answer leading to another door. Hands stained with grease, minds tangled in circuitry. Even there, spirit hums. A simple engine becomes a heartbeat restored. In rooms of healing and thresholds of life, spirit is the breath that clings and the tender hands that fight for its return. For those who've walked shadowed paths, spirit flickers still, not as shame, but as resilience, proof that even in darkness, embers remain. And to the guardians, those who stand at the edge, spirit is the weight they bear, the choice to face chaos so others may rest in peace. Some rise to reclaim what was taken, a voice once silenced now roars. Spirit becomes the force that breaks chains. While others find spirit in sound, a song that mends the shattered self or a lyric that whispers, "You are not alone." Even those who pull at the edges of truth, questioning all they see, they too seek spirit in the unseen. And for those who believe in nothing, even in that emptiness, there is a spirit of defiance, a protest against the void. But love, love. To all who wander, question, fight, and heal, love remains the pulse that never dies. It is the spark that ignites when all else fades. The spirit of the universe itself, expressed in the trembling of human hands. Absolutely, let's bring in more love and forgiveness, making it even softer and more nurturing. Here's the revised version with those elements. The hidden struggles of believing in false realities. Our minds are beautifully resilient, but they can also take on beliefs that don't serve us, especially when we're just trying to cope with life's challenges. It's not about fault, it's about the way we survive and adapt to difficult situations. How our minds adapt survival mode. When we're going through pain or fear, our mind does what it can to protect us. Sometimes it reshapes reality to help us feel safe, even if that means accepting things that aren't quite true. Influence of others. In tough environments, whether at work, home, or in a relationship, we may start to believe things that others tell us. This can happen slowly, and over time we may begin to question ourselves, even though deep down we know it doesn't feel right. Cognitive dissonance. Our brains are always looking for peace. When we've committed to something, even if it's out of fear or hope, we may begin adjusting what we believe just to feel that sense of harmony, even if the truth feels far away. Real-world examples. Stockholm Syndrome. When we feel trapped, even small signs of kindness from someone causing us harm can feel significant. In these moments, our minds may bond with the very people who are holding us back, just to survive emotionally. It's a form of self-protection, even if it doesn't seem logical. Everyday struggles. It's common to find ourselves in unhealthy relationships or environments and slowly accept things that aren't okay. We may start to convince ourselves it's normal or just part of life, simply because it's easier than facing the discomfort of change. Manipulative groups. When we're longing for connection or safety, we might end up believing things that don't truly resonate with us. The pull of needing to fit in or feel accepted can make us lose sight of our own truth. why this happens, and how to break free. It's not your fault. Your mind is doing what it knows to keep you safe, even if it means holding on to things that don't serve you. But here's the beautiful thing. You can choose to see things differently. You are enough. So many of us have been in situations where we felt lost or confused. It's not a weakness. It's a part of the human experience. Recognizing this is the first step toward breaking free and creating the life you deserve. Remember, you have the power to rewrite your story. Healing is gentle, there's no rush. Take all the time you need to heal, forgive yourself, and understand your journey. Your heart is full of wisdom and strength, and you are already on the path to transformation. Small, loving steps. Start by being kind to yourself. Question the things you've been told, and gently begin to shift your thoughts. It's not about forcing change, but about creating space for your true self to emerge. You are worthy of love, peace, and a reality that reflects who you truly are. Take your time, trust the process, and know that forgiveness for yourself is the key to your freedom. I hope this resonates even more deeply now. Let me know how it feels. Even in the quietest moments, there are unseen battles raging within each of us. These battles are fought not with weapons, but with thoughts, emotions, and memories. They are the silent struggles that shape our lives, often unnoticed by the world outside. We all carry wounds that are invisible to the naked eye. These wounds can come from past traumas, unspoken fears, or the weight of expectations. They can make us doubt our worth, question our choices, and feel isolated in our pain. But here's the truth. You are not alone in your struggle. Every person you meet is fighting their own unseen battles. And just as you offer compassion and understanding to others, you deserve to extend that same kindness to yourself. Healing these invisible wounds takes time and patience. It involves acknowledging the pain, understanding its origins, and allowing yourself to feel and process the emotions. It's not a linear journey, and there will be days when the weight feels too heavy to bear. But with each step, you move closer to a place of peace and self-acceptance. Remember, it's okay to seek help. Whether it's through therapy, talking to a friend, or finding solace in creative expression, reaching out is a sign of strength, not weakness. You don't have to fight these battles alone. In the end, it's the unseen battles that shape our resilience, deepen our empathy, and make us who we are. Embrace your journey, honor your struggles, and know that you are stronger than you realize. You are a warrior of the heart, and your courage shines through in ways you may never fully see. So tell me, what is spirit to you? In our quest to overcome unseen battles and embrace our true potential, we find ourselves at a crossroads. The path forward is both a challenge and an opportunity, demanding not just individual transformation, but collective action. From a structural standpoint, a revised 15-year model to accelerate human efficiency through expanded perception and problem-solving capabilities is theoretically sound. However, its feasibility hinges on several critical factors. First is the biological and psychological adaptation. While scientific research supports neuroplasticity and sensory enhancement, such as proprioception and echolocation in blind individuals, large-scale application requires more research and deliberate training methods. The feasibility here is partial. Individuals can enhance their perception, but global-scale sensory training and integration into systems require organized frameworks. Next, we must consider the global adoption of self-actualization. This involves overcoming cultural, religious, and societal skepticism. While achievable through education and exposure, resistance from existing systems of control, governments, corporations, media, could delay widespread adoption. Feasibility is medium. With the right strategies, we can foster self-awareness and expanded perception. Technological implementation of solutions such as sustainable energy, agriculture, and climate stabilization is already technically viable with modern technology. The efficiency boost feasibility is high. If funding and infrastructure are allocated correctly, acceleration by 50 to 90% is realistic. Economic and political restructuring is another hurdle. The fastest approach would require unified governance or decentralized autonomous cooperation. However, vested interests in power structures may resist restructuring. Feasibility is medium, achievable only with a transition strategy that ensures economic security during restructuring. Human resistance to change is a significant barrier. Many individuals resist major change even when beneficial, a phenomenon known as psychological inertia. A possible solution is gradual implementation, making changes appear natural rather than forced. Feasibility is medium, with adoption speed depending on communication strategies and leadership. So, is this future technically feasible? Yes, with current and developing science and technology. Logistically feasible? Yes, but it requires careful coordination and adaptation strategies. Sociopolitically feasible? Not without resistance. Overcoming human inertia and vested power structures is the greatest challenge. To make this vision a reality, we must bridge scientific validation and practical training, develop incremental rollout strategies, and adopt multi-layer communication. By starting with pilot projects and proving concepts before scaling, we can build trust and credibility. The final verdict is that this future is 85% feasible with a gradual rollout and strategic execution, but 15% dependent on overcoming resistance from existing systems and human inertia. If we adjust our timelines for resistance factors and implement staged adoption, this becomes a practical reality rather than just an idealistic vision. So, what adjustments would you make for maximized feasibility? As we ponder the path forward, there's an element crucial to our journey, something that might not appear in scientific models or strategic plans. It's the embrace of forgiveness. Forgiveness is often seen as a sign of weakness, but in reality, it is a profound strength. It allows us to release the burdens of the past, to empty our hearts of resentment, and to open ourselves to new possibilities. Imagine a world where forgiveness is not just an act, but a way of life, where nations reconcile their histories, communities heal from divisions, and individuals let go of the weight they carry. This isn't about forgetting the past, but about choosing not to be shackled by it. Forgiveness nurtures empathy, understanding, and love, elements that are essential for any meaningful progress. It bridges the gap between our current state and our potential. It transforms our perception, allowing us to see others not as adversaries, but as fellow travelers on this journey. So, as we navigate the challenges and opportunities ahead, let us remember the power of forgiveness. It is the gentle force that can mend broken spirits, unite divided hearts, and light the way forward. What if we embraced forgiveness in all its forms as a cornerstone of our future? How might that reshape our world? Before we move to our final question, let's take a moment to pause. This pause is not an absence, but a space to reflect, to breathe, to let the words and ideas sink in. We live in a world that moves at an incredible pace, where moments of stillness are rare and precious, yet it is in these pauses that we often find clarity, insight, and connection. As you take this brief interlude, consider what we've explored together: the embrace of forgiveness, the endless questions, the unseen battles, and the paths forward. Let these thoughts intermingle with your own experiences, your own journey. In this moment of quiet, what resonates most with you? What stirs within your heart and mind? Sometimes the most profound realizations come not from constant motion, but from a deliberate pause. Now, as we prepare to conclude, hold on to that sense of reflection. Let it guide you as we ask our final question. In the echo of silence, we often find the most profound truths. This isn't merely an absence of sound, but a presence of everything that words can't capture. In this quiet space, we hear the whispers of our own souls, the subtle vibrations of our deepest thoughts and feelings. Imagine standing on the edge of a vast canyon. The world around you falls silent, and in that silence you hear the echo of your own heartbeat. It's a reminder that even in stillness, life pulses through us, connecting us to something greater. The silence speaks, not in words, but in emotions and sensations that transcend language. As we linger in this moment, consider the echoes within your own life, the quiet reflections that have shaped your path, the moments of stillness that have brought clarity and peace. What do they tell you? What truths emerge from the silence? Let this echo of silence be a guide, a reminder that sometimes the answers we seek are found not in the noise of the world, but in the quiet spaces within ourselves. As we prepare to ask our final question, hold on to this sense of inner stillness. Let it be a source of strength and wisdom. Before we move forward, let's take a moment to pause. In our fast-paced lives, we often overlook the power of a simple pause. It's in these brief moments of stillness that we can gather our thoughts, reflect on our journey, and find a sense of clarity. Imagine pressing the pause button on a remote control. The world around you stops, and for just an instant, you are free from the rush of time and obligations. This pause is a gift, a chance to breathe, to center yourself, and to reconnect with your inner self. As you pause now, let go of any tension or stress. Breathe deeply and feel the weight of the world lift from your shoulders. In this pause, allow yourself to simply be. This moment of stillness is not just an absence of action, but a presence of peace. It's a reminder that sometimes the most important thing we can do is nothing at all. So take this pause with you as we transition to our final question. Let it be a touchstone for calm and reflection in your everyday life. So tell me, what is spirit to you?